Hello, I'm Stephanie Kraft, and this video is about souls and simultaneous time. So, about 10, 11 years ago, somebody explained the concept of our souls to me that was new information for me, and I had to process it at first a little bit. And there's a lot of confusion out there about our souls, and so I want to share this concept with you. The person who told me about this said that imagine your soul like a bowl of sugar, and you can take a teaspoon of that sugar out and pour it into a body, so that's one incarnation. And you can take another teaspoon of that sugar and put it in another body, so that's another incarnation. There's always more sugar in the bowl because our soul is always existing on the other side, we could say. But those teaspoons of sugar could be put in multiple bodies across timelines, across in all kinds of different planets, realms of existence, dimensions, on and on. And because we are really infinite beings, we can have infinite experiences. And so people have a misconception that we live lifetime after lifetime and we're not coexisting with ourselves in other times and places, and that's just not true. So I want to talk about time to understand this concept of our soul existing multidimensionally, simultaneously. So this Earth, we're living in a third dimensional Earth, and within the third dimension, there's a physical property of time. That's why we process time linearly through the human brain. So it's set up like that. It's set up for us to live through time in a lifetime. And so when people talk about past lives, there's really no such thing as a past life because they're all happening simultaneously. When you leave this plane of existence where time exists, you leave this dimension, you leave time. So when you're outside of third dimensional Earth, you're outside of time. There is no time. It's hard for people to wrap their brains around this. It takes time to process the information, but the more you think about it, the more you will grasp it. So, for example, my soul energy was embodied in another person who died about 11 years ago. So we do have overlapping lifetimes within the same incarnations that we are aware of. And then, of course, if we are visiting other lifetimes through maybe under hypnosis or we're having past life memories, those experiences are actually happening now, but somehow the game of life has been set up with these multiple timelines. And so we're not living our lives linearly. We're not having separate lifetimes where, first I was somebody, then I died and I went back to the other side, then I spent some time there, and then I came back, and then I did it again and again. In some way, that's how we process the information at this time in our consciousness. But what the ultimate reality of it is that all of those lives are happening now. So if I'm healing myself in one lifetime, I'm actually healing across all time and space for my soul, because my soul doesn't exist in isolation in this body. I'm affecting myself, my soul, across all other existences. So it's kind of complicated, but people are very confused when they think about, how could you have been that person when you're alive now? And maybe, my grandchild came back again, it was my father, things like that. But yes, all of that is possible, but we have to open up our minds and understand there's no such thing as a past life. We do use that language, but I prefer to use language like other lifetime, alternate lives, just to be more correct about it. So just remember, our soul energy is, big and can divide out into many bodies at the same time, and does. It's multidimensional. You exist in so many places and in parallel realities. So even within this earth plane, you are existing in maybe infinite numbers of parallel realities. I don't know about for sure if it's infinite, but many, many, many parallel realities of you exist. I'm going to actually turn this video off and then make a whole new one next about an experience that I had witnessing a parallel reality. I have two stories actually that I've lived through parallel realities, witnessing them and living through them, and they're very interesting experiences. So that I just wanted to make a very quick video on souls and simultaneous time so that you could understand better. More information can be found about me at stephaniecraft.com. I do distance healing sessions. I have my own modality. It's pretty powerful, and you can check that out on my website. And I'm writing a book right now about souls. I'm going to hopefully publish it within a week or two. Hopefully this week on Amazon Kindle. I'll probably put a video out about that so people know about it. It's going to be a mini book. It's going to be very inexpensive. So I will see you soon.